Let's see. What should we talk about? So this is episode what? Aquarium Talk and everything in between, episode 32. This is your gracious host. This is your graciously hosting Rico's Aquariums hoster here. Hoster. I can't talk. This is your grace. What can I say? Like, what am I saying? What? Just spit it out. It's not yours, Rico. This is your truly one and only host, Rico's Aquariums. How about that? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. This is a late night Aquarium Talk. So, anything can go down, right? So, what are we going to talk about? The bad things we add to our tanks, maybe? I don't know. What should we talk about? We could talk about the worst fish to add to our aquariums. Sounds like a good one. What do you guys think? Maybe I should make that a topic. I would have to change the name. Yeah, I might have to change the name if I did that one. Clownfish are bad. Useless. Hey, I like that, Flash Kid. You're definitely right on that one, probably. Maybe I should change that. And maybe clownfish should be in that. Should we talk about that? Should we just keep it random? Should we just do just a random? Maybe a random. I mean, I don't know. Should I keep this one up? Or should I make it a topic? That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I got so much I could talk about. So much. I mean, it is late. I ain't got nothing else to do. I could jump on. I don't know. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hello. Clowns feed nymphs, however. There you go. Ian Reefs, what's up, man? Long time no see, seems like. How's it going? Hopefully everything's going great for you. Once again, I can't help what YouTube does as far as notifications. I know people are going to slowly trickle in, like always, because they don't get notifications. It's not my fault. I took a leave of absence. Obviously, it's not my fault. So I had to do what I got to do, right? Anyway, can't complain. I know, right? Nobody can complain. So what do you guys want to talk about, man? Like I said, I could put it on a topic. Then I have to change the whole thing. You know, thoughts on new the boost plus for pH. What? What is that? All right, I have no idea. Alex, explain that a little bit for me. Got the notice for the 3 earlier, but not this one. There you go. And that's how it's been going. It's either hit and miss. Don't understand it. He's back. That you pulled a... Nah, man. I wouldn't have done that to you guys. I don't know what that is. Maybe should I look it up or something? Don't use pH modifiers unless it's calc. Yeah, the only thing that I would add if you're really chasing pH is calc-Rosser, and even calc-Rosser is like the unicorn of a powder substance that actually has some very nice hidden properties. It's like doing tests or something. Probably I can equivalent that to, but yeah, don't use anything to chase pH. That will get you in trouble. It might not seem like it will. You can go ahead and use it. We told you so. Let's see. I want to know what about AB plus makes it goes ultra neon cloud. Okay, I have no idea. Have I been out to the game that long? I'm missing something. I'm not like, yeah, I can't comprehend right now. What's what? It raises pH, but without affecting alk. Okay. But pH and alk kind of goes hand in hand. So how does that not affect one another? Can somebody please help me understand what's going on here? How does it not affect? How do you? Okay, yeah, somebody needs to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hey, thanks, Nano Reef says love the hat. Oh, thanks, man. I just pulled it out the closet or whatever earlier. But yeah, thank you, appreciate it. No problem. I believe it's iodine in the AB plus. Glows under blue. Oh, iodine. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying on that. When you dump the AB plus, it is really green when mixed with water. Gotcha. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. Yeah. I use AB plus 3 times a week, half dose though. I love it. Awesome. You know what? I was going to use the AB plus on my Red Sea Reefer, and I never got the chance to actually use it. I have bottles of it, and it's just sitting. And I wanted to do my own review on it and see how it goes. Reef the sea forever. What's going on, man? I apologize, guys. Some of you guys are getting that notification, some of you guys aren't. I can't help it. It will work itself out eventually. I just have to keep hammering. You got to play by the rules of engagement with YouTube. Make us more videos, and we will stop slapping your hand and put you back out. Okay. Google the Brightwell's pH Boost Plus. Its new product just came out. They claim raise pH without affecting all it. It's already in range. Not sure it's just what they claim. I claim. I have to say, excuse me. No, I don't even know anything about that. There's a lot that they have that is garbage as well. There's things that I like, but there's a lot that is straight garbage that should never be out there for you guys to purchase or waste your money on. That's just me personally. It is what it is. Not everything they carry is worth a quarter. Not even worth a quarter. Just saying. There's a lot of companies carry a lot of different things that ain't worth a penny. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a filler. But here's the thing. What is it affecting then? If it's not affecting pH or not affecting alkalinity, what is it affecting? Because pH, okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you believe pH and alkalinity go hand in hand? Yes or no? Do you believe that they are buddies? One does something, the other guy, I mean, so if you're visually not seeing a spike in your alk or a spiral down in your alk, what is it doing? I would like to know. Yeah. I mean, alk goes up. You pour alk in your aquarium, whoop, pH goes up. Alk's down, pH is down. Where is the substance going? And okay. Anyway, you have to make a real big believer out of me on that one. And once again, let me tell you something. All these people are making this big things about this pH. Listen, y'all, please don't get caught up. Save your money, Cletus. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This hobby is a beautiful hobby. You got to understand there's a lot of people that think what they pockets, that's cool. That's good. That's you're supposed to have a business and you're supposed to want to make money. I understand that. On the other hand, hey, listen, man, y'all spend so much money as is in this hobby to have a thriving reef tank. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in chasing. I see y'all right now. These companies got y'all getting ready to going to get you to chase some stuff right now. It's new. I get it. I understand. I'm not trying to hate on nothing, but at the others, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm looking out for you. You didn't ask me to look out for you. So if you don't want to hear it, I totally understand. Don't listen to what I'm saying right now. Just tune me on out. For those that want to listen to me, I'm just be honest with you. Don't get yourself into chasing something and you have no understanding. Your aquarium doing just fine. Leave it alone and let it do its thing. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Your aquarium doing just fine. Don't get caught up in chasing this pH BS and game. I'm gonna tell you that out of all these years, we never want you don't get into this chase, and we just put our numbers and let it do its thing. And these aquariums thrived. They did great. They had big success, the whole 9 yards. Do not, I repeat, do not follow that train, or you will regret it at some point. Okay? Not everything that seems good is good. So just understand that, people. You spending way too much money right now on these high-end name brand. Let me put a number name on it. Let me triple OG, whatever. You paying for this stuff right now, let alone now you're gonna play with you're gonna play chemistry, you're gonna play mad scientist. Okay. Okay. Y'all heard me. You heard it here first. Now I have to just leave y'all to be and let y'all won't chase, y'all chase. I said what I said. I said my piece. I'm gone on my way now. I got 48 minutes to revert to something else. Y'all heard it. How y'all doing, by the way? Hopefully y'all don't get caught up on that. I try not to watch any of this stuff, man. I don't watch nobody's stuff. I don't watch the stuff down here, man, because people just do too much, man. Too much. Too much, man. Open the dang window, man. Run a hose from your protein skimmer out the window. Suck some fresh air, man. I live in Ohio, man. It get cold, man. And I still run a hose out the window or out our house and suck up snowflakes, man. And my tank do just fine, man. Don't get caught up in all that, y'all. Serious, man. Don't get caught up in that. Trust me, man. Your tank be just fine, man. You get to chasing this stuff, man. Y'all gonna throw y'all stuff all over the place. And these companies don't care, man. They don't care about you. They care about your pockets and what you gonna put in their pocket. Other than that, they can care less about you, man. They'll eat you up and spit you out faster than a hog can eat slop. You is nothing. Do you understand me? You is nothing. You're not their son-in-law, their father-in-law. You're nothing. Who are you to them? Think about that. I'm not hating. I'm keeping it real. You is nothing. You are a dollar sign. We're all dollar signs in some way, but you a dollar sign. You spend so many dollars in your aquarium. You gonna jeopardize that? Come on, man. Cut the games. Clean your tank, man. Get the organics up out your sand. Watch your pH probably raise just in that alone. Jeez. Don't do that. That's another good one. Reef of sea. Yeah, buddy. Detritus buildup lowers pH. Yep. For real, man. Can anybody tell me why does this type of stuff gets my feathers all flustered? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody please tell me why some of this stuff just gets me so ugh? I just get so ugh. And nothing against the company because I use some of the stuff. There's a lot that I'm not using. My feathers all in the, yeah, you know what I mean. I don't understand, man. My chonies. How about my chonies in a bunch? How about that? Maybe not feathers. I'll use chonies. Yeah, like I use, man, I use the iodine. I use some aminos. I use, some of the other stuff, man. But let me tell you, there's a whole line of stuff that is garbage, too. Straight garbage. I'm going to say it. It's garbage. I don't care. They don't have to like me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's garbage. Not everything on there is worth anything. Yeah, they do have the aminos. I use the aminos. I use aminos. I use the Pilot Lab. I use that. Hey, hon, love you. Hopefully you're having a good day, good night at work. I seen your text, but I'm actually live. So everybody say hi to the wife. See Jamie down there? Everybody wave. Tell her she's doing a good job, making sure all sick people are living tonight. Yeah. Yeah, they got products, that's worth something, and they got a lot that ain't worth a quarter at all, and it is what it is. And that's not every company's things is worth anything. Not everything that they carry. Let me clear that. It ain't just one company. It's several. Okay. Here's what I don't like. You making stuff to get people to chase numbers. I don't like that. Like pH. Listen, there's been products, pH buffers out here. Oh, because it doesn't affect the alk, it's okay. No, but what is it affecting? What is going on? Secret. What is going on that's going to be a long-term effect? How is that happening? See, this is where I need to know. I need to have a complete understanding because there is such thing as called the ripple effect. You're not changing one parameter without having the effects of other parameters. You can't mess with calcium alkalinity or have these play nice without magnesium. We know this for a fact. We can see this visually with our eyes. We know if these parameters, calcium alkalinity is out of whack, we know 10 times out of 10, our magnesium's off. We got a bad test kit. We ain't reading right. Something's wrong right there. So once we get our levels into place, it's other people's job to make sure everybody stays in line. Just like bacteria. You got very good bacteria and you got very bad bacteria, and both of them play to keep each other in check because too good can be bad and too bad can be bad. Does that make sense? Even on your skin, you got nastiness that stays on your body. You got good bacteria and you got bad bacteria. If one's out of whack, it can be bad for you. Okay, you might lose a limb or something. I don't know. Staph, something. You got to have balance. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from on that? You guys feel what I'm saying? Like, do you really understand where I'm coming from on that? Real talk. By the way, also hit the thumbs up. smash it. Break the thumbs up button. All right. With that being said, do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, for real. Okay, let me ask you guys. I mean, hey, who am I? I'm just one person. For sure. All in balance. Like, here's the thing. Here's a product. Prime example is going to fix all your needs. Is it? You're going to chase this pH and do what? What are you chasing this pH for? What are you chasing it for? Are you mad because everybody you're reading says you should be at 8.5 and you're only at 8 or 8.1 or maybe 7.9? Maybe 7.8. I don't know. I did it and stayed there for a long time. I don't know. It's something that they said at the very beginning here, something plus. I have no idea. It was my first time hearing it. I have no idea. Can somebody repeat the whatever the product is? Yeah, maybe a pH probe is off. That's a good one. When's the last time you changed it? Whatever that product is, whoever knows what it is. Because I think that's setting a bad. I think that's bad. I mean, like, I understand products coming out, products come out, products do. Anybody know the name? Nobody saying the name? Or is it I got a delay here? Anyway, products come out all the time, and it's fine. But when you start getting into chemical stuff, this is where it can be really bad. And it's not helping. It's also creating more of a problem because it's enticing people. And basically, I feel telling people it's okay to chase numbers. That is complete, utter BS. That's nonsense. You shouldn't do it. Your aquarium is going to change over time. The more mature your tank becomes, you're going to find out that you used to run whatever. Now you're running higher pH and all kinds of stuff. Husbandry, big part too with keeping pH. Somebody mentioned sand bed, detritus buildup, lowers, pH. Other problem with chasing is how long is the booster stable? And that's the thing. Like, buffers stabilize and then bottom falls out at some point. Do you dose once and it's good for a month? These are legitimate questions. Or stable for 6 hours. If 6 hours, are you on top of dosing? Because you will introduce a swing. These are exactly the things that I'm talking about. Like, people are going to jump on this, but not think about these things like that. Oh, newbies definitely not thinking about stuff like that. So if you're new watching this, listen, please. Yeah, I wouldn't mess around with pH buffers. No. Is it a buffer? Like, what is it called again? I asked somebody, I don't see it. Anyway, you could have half ton of detritus in your tank, but if you keep doing weekly water changes, it wouldn't have time to affect pH. Whoops. There you go. These are the things that I feel like, yeah, I think it's setting people up. I think it sets people up for failure. Even if it has good intention, it's telling people that it's okay to chase numbers. It's not okay. It's not okay. Your oxygen in your body is different from mine. If you go to the hospital and get a, what is it called? Your oxygen, when they put it on your finger, POX or something, I can't remember exactly the word for it is, can be different from mine. People are different on way they're able to have a pH level of what in your body. Hello, some people suffer from like whatever, lung not getting enough oxygen. You see them walk around with tanks, all kinds of stuff. You and I, even though we don't wear tanks or have a tank, we feel like we breathe just fine. Our pH level, oxygen level, all this stuff is going to be different. It does upset me. So I'm sorry if I'm showing too much passion for this hobby, but it does upset me because I feel that is the reason why people can't be happy and be successful. They're tricked into believing that these things are like miracle workers when ultimately it's not. What about just free oxygen? What about having free oxygen? I mean, if that's, can we get a bottle of pure oxygen? I mean, obviously you can't light a match or nothing around it, but I mean, what about dosing that into your like some kind of reactor to just bring pH in a CO2 cylinder or something like that? That's going to last you a year or whatever the case. What about opening a window? I don't care. I live in Ohio. It gets cold. It gets hot. I mean, I keep my house usually around 71, 72 all year round, maybe. Some of my friends keep their stuff at 68 degrees all year round too. I don't like the idea of adding chemicals to your aquarium, to be quite honest, when it comes to altering numbers in your aquarium. Your number in your aquarium is a number for a reason, even though a lot of us don't understand what that reason is. Like we are talking about too much buildup of detritus, hosmetry, a number of different reasons, instead of grabbing or gravitating to a solution to pour in that you don't know, is it a long-term fix, short-term fix? What kind of fix is it? Is it only 6 hours like we were talking about? Do you have to dose it forever? So, I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, for real, what are we doing here? Are we just giving in to constantly blowing money on things, chasing other people's opinion on what we think our tank should be doing? Because to me, that's what it sounds like. And at the end of the day, remember the last talk? Whose fault when things go south? Your fault. Who's to blame when your stuff goes south? Do you think a company's going to turn around and swoop you up and make it right for you? You might get a company come in and swoop you up and say, hey, we want to help you out. Well, they want to help you out because obviously something bad just happened from another company, and therefore they want to come in, and that's a great tactic to help you out, and it probably will help you out. It might be a big aquarium, big system, whatever, help you out, save you a couple bucks. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. But there's something wrong when you're adding chemicals that's altering numbers. Or am I just wrong for that? Do you guys think I'm wrong for that? Like, you think I'm talking out my butthole here? You're really going to pay to alter your number? Or are you going to do things that are just natural, like you need some more oxygen, stick your head out a car window, get some, stick your head out your bedroom window, get some. You feel like you can't breathe in your home, go outside, get an oxygen, go to the hospital, get air forced into you. I'm sorry. It irritates me if that's the case. If that's the new thing that's going around and people are talking about, I feel that's going to probably end bad for some people. That's just me. Could be wrong. Not bad mouthing anything. I'm just calling it like it is. You shouldn't be buffering things like that, putting things. I mean, do you understand just accidentally dosing too much alkalinity would do to your system, let alone messing with your pH. Like, you do realize spiking what it needs to have. Alkalinity and calcium needs to be dosed. Why do you think I preach about the calcium reactor so much? It's a continual action. It's easy. I feel it's way safer because even if it was a creep up, it's a slow creep up. And you tune it in, it's a slow. You let it come down on itself. It's such a gradual up and down, that, you don't like, versus boom, pouring too much alk in your system and watch the pH, boom, creating these spikes on your whatchamacallit? Come on, man. The swings alone just from alkalinity is going to hurt your tank. You're going to see coral say achoo and skin falls off. And then you're going to introduce something to chase pH, and it doesn't mess with alkalinity. Okay, what does it mess with? What is it messing with? Can anybody please help me on this? Need more oxygen? Get your head out of your head out of the sand. Yeah. I'm just saying. Another possible issue, if there is a 1 month stable boost, if your boost to 8.4 and happen to solve the low pH issue, open a window or clean detritus, you could spike to 8.7 and crash the tank. Flashkin, I don't think you could have said that clearer. I'm just saying. I don't think you could have said that any better. If ATF in the house. KISS. KIS. Keep it simple, stupid. We don't just say that and throw that around just to talk crap about anybody. Simple is key. Everything else, you just compounding your problems. Trust me. And that goes on scales of all the electronics and all the gadgets in the world. You don't need them. They sure do make things easier. Let me just say that. Love my calcium reactors. I love my controllers. I love being able to see what's going on and being able to shut something down. If I got a tank that's overfilling and I got a water sensor, I can stop it. I'm not ruining floors. There's reasons why I enjoy the thing, but there is a cutoff. Okay, there's a cutoff. And we have enough that we got to deal with, let alone chasing numbers, people. Not doing it. And I don't think anybody else should do that one. Let me just put it like this. If I was to be asked or offered $1,000 on something like this to talk about it, just so you all understand that what I just said, I would take the money and still say the same thing that I just said. Because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in chasing these numbers. Over the years, I've seen aquariums thrive under all different kinds of conditions. The conditions that goes against everything that you're actually searching for in this hobby. I don't care what anybody says. I personally have seen this. Okay? This is where I have to draw the line at some point with my beliefs and how I feel about this hobby and what I feel is acceptable and not acceptable. That's my opinion that I'm entitled to, and nobody is going to take that away from me. We have enough people fail at this hobby due to bad batches, of salt, misinformation on products being used, pH boosters, buffers, the whole 9 yards, okay? Misinformation that goes around all the time. That when I say misinformation, I'm talking about people that say this is for fact type stuff. When we all know there's not a lot of facts in a lot of things. There's opinions. We don't understand how somebody could have done this and got away with it, but 10 other people done the exact same thing and failed or had a bad result. Why? A lot of this that we're learning here, all to me, ends with a why. Why is this okay? And this is doing this tank like this, and this one's not. What's going on? Why is that? But we're talking about a buffer here. We're talking about changing pHs. Changing pHs, we're talking about changing the pH and not affecting a source that is known that if you change this, it also alters this. You get what I'm saying? Side effects. As Flashkin has hit several key points of us talking about this. All this to this, and if this does this, then the long term here. If you didn't see it, he said it. Big push for CO2 scrubbers nowadays. Reef, and some are trying turn theirs into carbon reactors after trying them, people. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna walk away from this subject. Let me just put this. Let me put this to rest. Do you believe people care about you outside your family? Even your family might not even care. Or do they care about the money? Let me tell you something. A business has to make money to sustain itself, and that's okay. You're going to get all walks of life to choose to do what it is that they choose to do. You cannot tell another grown man how to spend his money and what to buy when he worked hard for it, right? But you can put some enlightenment to some of these topics. And people can say, oh, you're just disgruntled, or you're just trying to hate, and you're trying to do now. Why would I do that? I think as long as it's been around for a long time, their old heads are going, guys. Old heads are out of here. Old heads ain't talking no more. Old heads are through arguing. Old heads don't want no part of this anymore. Hint, go look for some. See if you're going to get a response. You're not. They don't want to deal with it no more. All right? We've been saying don't chase numbers for a long time. Don't chase numbers. Why do you think we'd say that? Why? Why do you say don't use pH buffers? How many of you guys got in this hobby and listened to all these numbers and have grabbed the thing of pH buffer and put it in your aquarium? Show of hands. At some point. Not knowing anything. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I've done it before. All right. Maybe a lot of you guys are younger. Maybe, you learned, you listened. I don't know. Bad things happen when you start chasing numbers. You can't do something here without something over here going left. Early on, I bet everyone has too. Whether people want to admit to it or not, that's, you ain't lying to nobody but yourself. But at the end of the day, you know not to chase numbers. Why do you don't chase numbers? Me too. Murdered my 40-gallon macro tank. I'm just saying, it happens. Only person you hurt is yourself. He said it got a decade plus on me. Might have. You might have. You know, it is what it is. But a decade plus didn't change in that decade plus between me and you. Let's be real. It really didn't. Back then, we didn't have, it was what it was. You know, let's be real, you know, even a decade plus from the very beginning. If you got that on me, you got that on Than. You know what I mean? Me and Than's the exact same age, been doing the exact same, about the same amount of time. But on some real stuff, though, you know, wasn't a lot you could do back then anyway. Don't chase numbers. As original numbers the same. I keep the original numbers the same. Yeah, I don't chase because stability nets better results than swings. By a long shot. Swings kill our tanks. Swings are definitely the reason for RTNNs, definitely the reason that tanks crash. Creating swings is so bad and so catastrophic, it's not even funny. Creating swing spikes, two, boom. You know what I mean? You can't, when something bad goes this way, you can't hurry up and throw a bunch of water changes at it and swing it back to the other direction very fast. It's just ain't gonna work out for you. I'm sorry. You're better off just saying, whatever happened. I'm gonna let it slowly work its way back to it. Oh, talking age, not experience. That too. You probably got a decade on me on that one. I mean, yeah, probably. You know, I don't know how old you are, but you know, it is what it is. You know. He said, "I love inappropriate." Hey, love who you want to love, buddy. Nobody says you can't. He killed his tank. Listen. He's a newbie too, you know. He's new at all this. He's going through the motions. What do you think he ain't listening to people? He's listening to certain things. He said, you know, at the end of the day, you get caught up listening to what you're going to listen to. You got to pay the piper. You don't know who to listen to. You don't know what's the best advice, what's not the best advice. You don't know. You're looking for answers. You're looking on social media. I mean, look around you. How much information is out there? What do you believe? What do you take in and just run with and whatever? Hey, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this. 1 for certain, 2 for sure. You're going to pay your dues in this hobby. The easy way or the hard way, it don't matter. You're going to pay your dues. You know, and you ain't got to like it. But if you want to stick around, you better suck it up because you're going to pay your dues. And that's for sure. You know, I don't like seeing people's tank crash. I don't like seeing bad things happen, but it happens. And what can you do about it? You hope that they know what they did. They know exactly what they did wrong. Some of them might share that with you. Some of them might not. They sweep it under the rug and act like they don't know because they're embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. It sucks. It might be embarrassing, but I suggest you tell people because that will help save somebody else. Yeah, it might be a tragic event for you and your aquarium, but for somebody else, you would be surprised how many people's tank you can save by just being straight up and honest with them about it. I'm dead serious, but hey, not everybody's going to look at it that way or they see it that way, but their pride gets in the way and they just can't bring themselves to just be straight up, you know, especially on social media. People don't want to be trolled. People hate being trolled. People don't like it. They're scared of it. They're, you know, the whole 9 yards. At the end of the day, don't allow anybody to get you or persuade you into doing all these crazy things. Somebody said what? They what else did they say? CO2 scrubbers. Come on, man. Lid or no lid? That's totally on you on that one, guys. I've always ran no lid. Have I lost fish from jumping out? I sure have. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I haven't. The deeper the tank, though, the less that does happen. I have noticed that. And it really depends on what type of fish you have. Top swimmers, like firefish and stuff that really hovers at the top. A lot of fish that hovers at the top. You got your top swimmers, you got your mid swimmers, and you got your bottom swimmers. Anything at the top spooks, the first thing they go is up, not down. So you'll get a lot of jumpers and stuff like that. Or if there's a lot of aggression going on and they're being chased up, they'll jump to try to get away from being bullied or beat up. When it comes to that, that's totally up to you and how much you want to constantly replace your fish and what it costs to replace them, especially nowadays. From my understanding, like I said, I heard yellow tangs are going for like $150. Not happening here. My stuff will be fishless if that's the case. I will grow corals. It'd just be a fishless aquarium, period, point blank. I'll feed them. I don't need any poo. I'll feed them. Maybe that's what I might do anyway. I might just do all corals, no fish, and let you see a fishless reef system. See how that works out. Even when I had a tank hit 15 elk, I just cut the doser in half and let it walk its way back down. Exactly, Flashkin. And Flashkin, can you please tell everybody when your elk was at 15? Yeah, y'all hear that? Please tell everybody, what did you lose when your elk was at 15 and you just let it walk itself down, please? And thank you, sir. If you admit your mistakes, it looks much better than excuses. That's true. It'll be more stable. Lost some of my fish. I once overcalced my nano, lost a clown. Hey, it happens. You know, mistakes happen all the time. But my thing is, I'm not against companies. I'm not against them putting out products. I'm not against them doing anything to try to help our hobby. And, you know, maybe that's what it boils down to. But at no more exporting from Hawaii fish. Well, there you go. Hawaii shut down. That's over. Hawaii's gone. Good luck, everyone. Wasn't testing at the time. I lost 2 birds' nests as the identifier. Rest lived. Few lost color, but came back. Can you imagine if he would have, oh my God, freaked out and threw a big water change at it and swung it completely back down to 8 within no time? He would have had a catastrophic event in his aquarium. I guarantee you he would have lost everything, created a crash, all kinds of stuff. But he didn't panic. And that's the key. Don't panic. Let it fall back naturally. You know what happened. There's nothing you can do about it at the time besides let it come back down to where it needs to be and do it slowly. Walk it back down slow. Prices going up. So with that being said, guys, once again, let me clarify this. I'm not against companies coming out with things to try to help the aquarium. What I am against, though, is that we teach and we preach about not chasing numbers. And then here we are coming out with things that are doing that, affecting what our numbers are. What's the long-term effect of that? Flashkin's made several key great points. I have read them. So if you missed that, need to rewind and go back if you're new to this. Good points. And, it is what it is. And, So, and I'll go back. I went back and here it is. And it's, the points are the other problems with chasing is how long is this booster stable? Okay. And do you dose once? And is it good for a month or stable for 6 hours? Okay, these are good points. If 6 hours, are you on top of dosing? Question mark. Good point. Because you will introduce swings. Obviously, we all know swings are very bad. Like swinging those thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up. The swings are bad. Also, another problem with this whole thing, another possible issue, he says, if there is a 1 month stable boost, okay, if you boost to 8.4 and it happens to solve the low pH problem, quote, open a window or clean detritus in your aquarium, you could spike to 8.7 and crash your system. Yeah, people. Those are good points. And, these talks are for this reason. Ultimately, I like to joke. I like to have fun. I like to hang out. We get our little trolls here and there. But there's life lessons learning to be had here when it comes to this hobby. And, we're all entitled to these opinions, but it takes this. Like we just sat here and talked about this. Everybody was stating key facts. Flashkin's a big help here. He's been here for quite some time on his channel. He's, I got to say, pretty much the number one mod for this channel. And he's a big help. And, he helps with in here and explaining some of the things that I just read. Like these are things that you have to look at. And you have to understand. It's like I'm looking at, we've done nothing but all these years tell people don't chase numbers, don't chase numbers. We know what happens when you get into chasing numbers. Bad things happen. So why are we doing, whatever? It's one thing, we know that this is not a solitary thing that you can whatever. We know that like if you're doing alk and calcium, magnesium plays a part and it's a trio affair. We need to make sure that these things are whatever. Like we understand that usually magnesium takes a lot longer to be absorbed versus calcium alkalinity. It's the referee to make these two actually play nice. Okay. We know pH and alkalinity go hand in hand. If you dose alkalinity, we see the pH spike up, vice versa. How are you adding things that's not creating some kind of ripple effect? We understand that if we do detritus and we clean our aquariums, that pH is going to rise. We understand that if we open up a window, bring in or pull in fresh air, our pH is going to rise. Okay. We understand all these things. Okay. So why can't we understand that there's obviously something that's going to happen? They mentioned the CO2 scrubbers and all this other stuff. You can do things for free. A lot of things, quote, are just to make $1. Who are you? Who raised you? Okay. At the end of the day, I'm just, and I'm not being funny. Yeah. I'm not being funny. Who are you? You are a cash cow. You are a money sign. Who are you? They don't know nothing about you. Do you think they care? Honestly, do you? Who are you? What are you? You think that they would know you from a can of paint on the other side of the bar, still having a drink? No. Should they? Who cares? And that's the thing. You need to care about what you do. And ultimately, nobody's telling you what to do, how to do it. You're responsible for everything that you do, your failures, everything in your aquarium. Just saying. No matter how you want to look at it, we're all guilty. We're all the cause of our tanks failing. Even if we had the help of somebody else, ultimately we trust. They milk you, I guess. Here you are. There are things that we do need. We need salt for our aquarium. Unfortunately, there are times that we can get bad batches of salt. I don't know why people think that's not possible. This history of that's been happening since the beginning of time. Okay? I don't understand why people think that that's not possible. That can't be possible. Oh, it happens more than you will ever know. Bad batches are made all the time. But guess what? You believe in something you think is right for you. It's whatever. You don't understand the chemistry like you think you do. You don't understand all that. I mean, really, how many freaking salt factories do you think there is? You think that, how many do you really think that make salt? How many salt manufacturers you think is out there, and how many salt brands can you have? I'm just saying. You think that I can't just buy some salt from Red Sea or Tropic Marin and put my own name on it and change, add a little something to make it a little bit different and put my own label and call it Rico's Aquarium Salt? You think that's not possible? That's very possible. What do you think happens? Like, for real, like, what do you think? What do you think? Everybody wants to get into debates and stuff, but what do you think? I'm just saying. You think that it doesn't exist? It doesn't happen? I don't know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Don't chase numbers. Don't become a victim. You're already a victim because this is a hobby that exploits you anyway. I mean, it's a hobby that's going to take advantage of you like any other hobby. You love what you love. You like what you like. You want to spend your money the way you want to spend it. I'm here still. After all these years, I'm guilty. I love getting taken advantage of. Don't tell nobody. Shh. No, I'm just saying. It is what it is. What do you want me to say? I know the hobby. I love the hobby. And I pay my dues. I've paid my dues. I just paid a due not too long ago again. It's hard, you want more. This hobby, it's like enough is never enough. You're going and shooting for perfection. And I like to think perfection is in the eyes of the beholder. If it was an all soft aquarium, tank with all softy, that might be the best amazing tank in the planet in the eyes of the beholder. Okay? Nobody can take away your vision of perfection. People can misguide you into ruining that or to chasing things and thinking that you could just I'm gonna put that cherry right on top and that cherry turns out to be a cloud of crap. And all your hard work, everything that you've done, your hard work, your business card, poof. There it goes. It's sad. It saddens me and it ticks me off. And it is what it is. I'm not against anybody. To each his own. May you guys have a successful reef tank. That's all I can say. Don't get caught up with numbers. Your tank is going to be fine. It's going to do what it needs to do. It is its own ecosystem. And the first thing that it wants to do is survive. If you was out in the woods, out in the desert, you would do what you had to do. You would eat what you needed to eat because your body's going to make you go into survival mode. You don't understand it. You might want to give up. You might have blisters, sores, skin falling off your face. Your internal body is an ecosystem. It's going to want to survive. Your aquarium is the exact same thing. It will adapt. It wants to survive. Stop trying to push the envelope. If you've pushed envelopes, how has that turned out for you? Have you got pushback? Have you got death, chaos, destruction within your own reef aquarium? Yes or no? Be real with yourself. You ain't got to be real with me. You got nothing to prove to me. You got everything to prove to yourself. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope that I could have kept it real with you. And, you know, and it is what it is. I hope if you guys have any, I don't know why the dog's barking. I hope if you guys have any, comments that you would like to leave me. I love the comments, guys. I mean, for real. You know, at the end of the day, I do appreciate them. If there's some other topics that we can be real on and be serious about, I'm sorry I had to go real serious here because it bothers me. I've seen too many people chase things, and I'm trying to let it go. I think everybody got the point on where I stand with chasing numbers and doing things like that. But if you have anything else you'd like to say, leave it in the comment section. And yeah, don't forget, if you're new, if this is the channel for you, please don't forget to hit the notification bell to get all my notifications when I'm going live, which is every day. I trying to hit every day. It's a couple times a day, like today. Go live as much as possible. If you don't want to miss it, hit the notification. Also, subscribe, you know, just subscribe and show some love. If you guys would like to become part of my members group or just be a member just to show love and support, the members button is on your smartphone device or your computer, wherever you're sitting at. If you are on an iPhone, I think you have to do it from a PC, or if your phone does Safari, and to become a member, you have to do it that way. I don't know exactly. But yeah. Yeah, I think this is definitely the last one for me. That kind of got under my skin a little bit. But yeah. So, and don't forget, guys, you can always share these links and topics with other people, you know, like-minded people like yourself. Okay. Remember who you're actually sharing it with, and do they really care? If they're not like you that really want to hear these kind of conversations, please don't share this. They'll come around on their own. You know, we don't need any bad baggage for 2021. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you for loving and supporting this channel, and the thumbs up. Please make sure you guys hit those thumbs up. It's just a way to show love and support on this channel as well. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.